seems like man on fire. Says Kendrick Lamar will perform at the Super Bowl halftime. He did an ad basically announcing that he will be at the Super Bowl. This Super Bowl is in New Orleans, and a lot of people are really upset that Lil Wayne, who is the king of New Orleans, would not be the Super Bowl headliner, especially with the next two shows after the New Orleans both being in California, figuring that would be a much better show for Kendrick to do. And then a lot of people are saying that, man, Kendrick is literally milking us, Not Like Us, to the bone. Mm-hmm. He is trying to get every cent out of that song and won't let it die. I mean, we even saw them play Not Like Us at the Olympics, which was this past summer. You know, summer's basically ending now, where the United States basketball team won a game and they were playing Not Like Us. And even Steph Curry goes, man, y'all ain't tired of this song? This song's so annoying.
I mean, exactly.
And so it's just crazy to be like another year later and he's like still going to be doing Not Like Us like for 8 years like he did Good Kid, Mad City.
I don't even know if he's going to perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. He may not, but I mean.
Will he be allowed to?
He possibly, but I mean, it's crazy. Rock Nation did something. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how he ended up getting this.
He's out for blood.
I thought Kendrick Lamar was I thought he was basically an independent artist. Now he's not on any label, but somehow he teamed up with Rock Nation and NFL to make this happen.
That's just Jay-Z hating on Drake too.
Exactly, but I mean, hey man, not everybody agreeing with this. A lot of people saying, man, it's in New Orleans. It should be Lil Wayne, but we got basically the audio clip here of basically the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime announcement, and also. I need y'all to pay attention to what he said. Ain't no round two. Then we got Drake, telling you what he finna be doing in the next couple of years. You tell me which one bigger. Pause.
Pause.
There you go. Give me one more. Ah. Come on. Two more. Just like that. You ready? Exactly. What the deal, everybody? My name Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. Will you be pulling up? I hope so. You know it's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Let's get it. Boom! I won't want you to miss it. Meet me in New Orleans, February 9th, 2025. Wear your best dress, too, even if you're watching from home. Let's go. Yay! That's what I'm talking about, man. Now we can get to it for real. Come on, you gotta make sure you catch him with the hands open like that.
Let's get it.
We running real routes. You gonna be messing up.
You see, there's passion in many things, but the passion in the World Cup, I think, is unmatched.
Yeah, millions of fans coming from all over the world, and I'm sure they will be welcomed like nowhere else.
I mean,
especially in Canada.
Not to make this a Canadian promo, please feel free to visit Canada. We are the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. But yeah, of course, welcome with open arms, and just to have all these people who are there with passion, with competitive spirit, but for a great game, for a great cause. I think that it's just going to fill the streets with so much energy. We'll be ready for you in Canada.
We are 26.
Oh man, that's so dope to see Drake not only turn out and show love. Always speaking positive about his city. For you, Gianni, meeting Drake, I know you probably was like, okay, this is a big deal. I'm with Drake, but then you get to meet me, which is a lot bigger. I think that it just shows the progression, right, of the day. But how was Drake?
Drake was incredible. I mean, a real soccer fan as well, like you, from Toronto. Toronto.
Yeah.
And I think now we can actually reveal or disclose that we are very close to an agreement where I will feature in his new album an Italian rap.
Nice.
If you want, you can join us as well.
Absolutely.
And then we do something spectacular for...
rap and singing was my first love.
Comedy.
Chocolate drop. So I mean, so back to what I was saying, man. Rock Nation, Apple Music, and NFL have confirmed that Kendrick Lamar will be performing at the 2025 halftime show in New Orleans. It also states here that the NFL head of music said this about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is an artist that has impacted music and culture. Nobody's done it as profound as K. Dot. So he gave him his flowers. So that's why the 17 award-winning Grammy artist is going to be on the show. But if you don't remember, back in 2022, he was already on stage with Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, 50 Cent. So, and on top of that, I heard that they're going to have the next 2 Super Bowls in California.
Yep, I said that.
And I seen it too.
Everyone's favorite part though was 50 Cent hanging upside down.
He was saying he's looking fat, but yeah, I mean, like he
looks good. He got on Ozempic.
He had 2. They got 2 Super Bowls coming in California, and everybody's like, well, why couldn't he headline the ones there? Why can't K-Dot headline the ones in California? But then you have other people saying like, even
Snoop Dogg gonna do it.
Horrible. And then you got other people saying like, no, Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar got a song together called Mona Lisa that was on the Carter 5. So, he might perform that. And then then he may perform and then he get his own little set the same way like, when 50 Cent was performing and Snoop Dogg was performing and Mary J. Blige was performing. So everybody had their own little thing. So, I mean, how do you feel about Kendrick over Wayne? Is this gonna spark up? Is this gonna help out Drake with the round 2?
I think it's ultimate disrespect. I've seen multiple artists, even Master P was saying, right? Mm-hmm. Master P was saying that this is ultimate disrespect. That Lil Wayne is the king. He needs to be front stage and center, and not no side act or partial act or Lil Baby feature. He needs to be the main act, and I totally agree. The next 2 being in California, Kendrick could do those. He'll still probably be doing Not Like Us 2 years later, so he will be perfectly fine. Plus, he did a Super Bowl performance not that long ago, so it's a little redundant. So I don't know. I feel like this is just Kendrick milking it. People being jealous of Drake, but Drake responds by getting the FIFA World Cup, where he's going to be the headliner there in 2026, which will be epic. I think that gets 300 million viewers.
Billion.
300 billion?
It gets 3 billion views.
Oh, 3 billion. I was about to say.
Yeah, it gets 3 billion views. The person that was up there, the president was a FIFA was basically got Drake doing the 2026 FIFA World Cup. He will be
going to be in Canada, right?
It's going to be in 5 different parts of Canada, in Toronto too. And also they said Drake will be doing one of the matches on the tourney. He's going to be doing the one on July 12th, 2026. So, I mean, we gonna see how that goes. I mean, a lot of people in the United States don't really care about soccer, so y'all don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, we know soccer's technically the biggest sport in the world. It's probably the 5th biggest sport in America. Mm-hmm. And everyone tries to emulate us, whether they say it or not. But, I never really liked the Super Bowl performance. Usually, I always kind of looked at the Super Bowl the halftime shows.
You went like the Janet Jackson and Justin JT?
Listen, everyone liked that one. Except Janet herself. sorry, Janet. But I feel like that the Super Bowl has a history of all the artists that on it are has-beens. It's usually people that basically have the Las Vegas shows.
Usher one. That's what the Las Vegas.
You would expect a Usher or a Nelly or Shakira
what about Rihanna?
or a J-Lo or a Snoop Dogg or a Rihanna who hasn't made music in 8 years. I love Rihanna. I'm not dissing her, but she hasn't made no new music. That's just a fact. You figure artists like that or like the old rock bands, like
Remember they had U2?
Aerosmith or
they had U2
U2. That's what I'm saying. Or like Michael Jackson or Prince.
They had
everyone 15 years after their prime. So I almost looked at it as a diss if you were doing the Super Bowl. We'll get some has-been that used to have number ones.
You don't get paid. Beyonce was on there. She had number ones. She wasn't a has-been. You got it. That's the only one.
I mean, she's definitely not in her prime though.
What? She just dropped the whole little country thing.
I bet if you look at her stats, her biggest numbers were probably closer to 8 or 10 years ago rather than 4 or 5.
I mean, Lemonade, Surfboard, that was pretty big. The lemonade. I said they finna kill you. The Beehive is finna kill you in this.
How long ago was that?
The surplus. I remember I was doing construction, so that had to be 18, 17.
Let me see.
Then you had the Meet the Carters album that her and Jay-Z did.
I'm not trying to diss her. I'm just saying the pattern that I was seeing was most of the artists that were past their prime. That's all I was trying to say.
But I mean, Beyonce. I remember Beyonce killed it. Usher did real good. I mean, it's a lot of good performances. Rihanna did an amazing job during the performance. I know I've seen a lot of videos of Kendrick Lamar doing performances, and our homeboy 60 Pound Baby Jesus says that Kendrick Lamar concert shows do be lit. He always say he always enjoys it.
Who, Kendrick shows?
Yeah.
I used to go to Kendrick shows when he did Good Kid, Mad City for 7 years.
How was the performance?
Yeah, I mean, rap performances are never that great because it's just a rapper on stage like jumping around.
What about the Lil Uzi performances?
I ain't seen Lil Uzi live. I can't say.
I mean, she got Renaissance 2022. Then 2019, to get the Lion King. She had the Homecoming album. Lemonade 2016.
Look, Dangerously in Love was 03, 6 million units.
What was Lemonade?
I Am Sasha Fierce. That was 2008, 6 million. B-Day. Oh, these are her songs.
Those are songs.
Yeah.
Sasha Fierce was an album.
2006. But that's what I'm saying. Look,
B-Day's an album.
It's all old stuff. Beyonce, 5 million certified. What is that? Oh, Irreplaceable. Was that Drunk in Love? 4 million units. Was that 2011?
Well, yeah. Let me see. 2.5 million copies.
Lemonade was 2016. That's almost 10 years ago.
That's 10 years ago.
And that's 3 million. That's half of what she used to do.
But when did she do a Super Bowl performance? Beyonce did the Super Bowl performance. Who performed 2006? Let's see.
16. And her prime was 06.
16 was the Lemonade.
Yeah, her prime was 06. That was 10 years after her prime. So she did hers like 5 years early.
Sure, I'll give you that.
Because as I said, it's usually like, I would say like 10 to 15 years past your prime, maybe 20.
I mean, why'd you do it in your prime? It's free. You don't get paid for it.
Homecoming, the live album in 2019 only did 500K.
It's a live album. I think that was basically her concert. She put it on the album.
Yeah. No, but I mean that's still huge to do. Like, a lot of artists struggle to do like nobody's really doing 200K first week, but like the big AAA artists like a Drake or somebody like that.
So you're saying they need to have Kanye West as
for her to still do 3 million, she's still killing the game. She's still a monster, but her prime definitely was back in the early 2000s when she was selling 6-8 million units on her albums. Now she, her latest album, she's like, I guess usually going around 3 million.
True. Somebody comment down.
Like Kendrick, I bet you could look at that too. I bet you Good Kid, Mad City completely outsold any of his other albums.
Of course.
And To Pimp a Butterfly was his worst album by far.
I mean, of course, that's his classic album. Of course, it's gonna sell that much. But I mean,
his only good album, to be honest.
But I mean, somebody got to fact check that. Check down below any artist that did the Super Bowl in their prime. I mean, I get maybe Michael Jackson. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of people. Lady Gaga did it, so I don't know if Lady Gaga was in her prime when she did it. She
might have been like Beyonce, where it was maybe like 8 or 10 years past her prime. Like she did it a little early, rather than someone that was like 15 or 20 years away from their prime.
True. But
what's funny is celebrities, like growing up, if you were a celebrity and you did like a commercial that was on TV because everyone just had cable, that was like looked down upon. Like people, like celebrities didn't do commercials. Like you look like oh, then you're not like what, you don't make enough money being a real actor. You have to do commercials and steal from like the lower level actors. It was looked down upon so much that celebrities only used to do international ads. And they would be in like, in Japan or Korea or, overseas. And you would see like, there used to be TV shows on MTV where they would show like Arnold Schwarzenegger like selling all this like Japanese candy. But like they never did ads in the United States, but now like people do ads for everything, and you're like, I know that voice. Oh, that's that one actor from that one show.
Exactly. I mean, they gotta get that money. They try to get the money by any means. You see, Pusha T out there doing McDonald's commercials and different food commercials.
And what's funny to me is like podcasting was mainly like made big by like regular people that started doing it, or like C-list celebrities. And then once all the A-list celebrities saw that there was money in podcasting, they're like, look, regular people and C-list celebrities can make money off of podcasting. They can start getting a following. What if I start a podcast? I'll really have a following. And now you got all these like NBA players that are currently active having podcasts.
And they don't last long. I always say those people, they ain't gonna last long. And then like you see like celebrities get into it, like T.I. had the podcast called, I forgot, it was like some word, and then like he did his podcast for so long, and he stopped doing it because he said, I'm not making enough money in that, so forget it.
Well, it's a grind, man. Like, what do you think?
True. I mean, a lot of people don't want to do it unless you're like Joe Budden.
When you first start out, you literally got to do it for the love of the game. You don't start making money immediately. It takes you a minute to get to a level where you've got enough like watch hours, got enough subscribers, and then you get monetized. And then you can get paid off your views, paid off ads, paid off super thanks or super chats. Like, you got to work to get that.
He was called T.I. had the podcast called Expeditiously. He had a couple episodes. Then like Jesus, it's like a lot of people do podcasts. They started up and then they just drop it. But back to this beef.
I mean, think about it. Joe Rogan was a C-list celebrity. He
True.
was the Fear Factor host, and then he started being a side host on UFC, and then he got a podcast that took over. And then they're like, oh shit, he does comedy too.
True. But the fact that what's funny? I'm finding it surprising how these rappers are doing beefs. They doing like the beefs is going more than rap. Like they not just doing it in the bars. They doing it in Super Bowl commercials. Or they doing it in NBA play. Or they playing it in NBA playoffs. I remember when Not Like Us came out. I think it was John.
Yeah, but ain't nothing realer than the Chicago and the Philly beefs. They doing more than just falsely accusing the people of being pedophiles. They pulling up and they hopping out and they're doing standovers.
I mean, Drake House did get shot up.
And yeah, they said, was that from Kendrick's people?
See, it gets
well,
serious.
Rick Ross got beat up by supposedly OVO people.
So you got.
I don't know. Do you think that this will ever get to that level where someone may get like may get touched or get like an attempt on their life?
All I'm saying is Kendrick Lamar better have extra security when he go to New